Howdy, howdy! Hi, hi! Howdy, howdy, baby shrimpy! Howdy, howdy, dogs! Howdy, howdy, Mama J! Hi, hi! Welcome in! I hope you're all doing well! My tummy hurts because I forgot to eat again. We're doing a very short late night stream because I don't want to not stream, but it's like I've been so tired. And I haven't felt up to like the last few days. I've just been unconscious, except for today because annoyingly, right? And this pisses me off. Annoyingly, I woke up because I had a dream. And in that dream, Dream Me watched a scary movie. And Dream Me, because I had one of those dreams where it's like it's real life, but it's a dream and you don't know it's a dream kind of deal. But it's like Dream Me was like, yeah, I'm just gonna watch something. And I watched a horror movie in my dream. And that scared me enough. Dream Me got so scared that it woke up real me. And then I got really confused because I woke up and I was like, wasn't I just asleep? Like getting ready for bed? What do you mean I just woke up? I don't remember going to bed. And then I realized that that was a dream. And then I got really annoyed because it's like, what do you mean that Dream Me got so scared of a movie that they thought up that like, I say it like that. But like, so I got so scared of this silly movie concept that I like woke up. And it's like, what? I don't even, it's not, and then it's that thing of like, it's not even that scary. I've watched way scarier and been fine. But because in a dream, I watched something and in a dream, I got scared. I woke up like IRL. Like that's just bullying. That's just my brain bullying me. I hate it. But also, howdy, howdy, Brandon. Howdy, howdy, Discarded Child. And howdy, howdy, Johnny. Yeah, I work myself up with fake, like, it is. And the thing is, it's like, again, it wasn't even a good one. It's like the stereotypical, like, oh my god, no one's lived in this, because it's like the thing of like, I'm getting ready for bed and I'm waiting for it to be actual bedtime. So I'm like, well, I'll just chuck something up on the TV to like watch before it's bedtime. And it's like a... like, oh, stereotypical, like, oh my god, no one can live in this house. Everyone's just abandoned it. We'll take it. Everyone else who's lived here has just abandoned the house and gone crazy. We'll take it. And I commend my brain in the dream for being like, well, at least, it's the whole... chick's like, oh my god, I saw something, and the dude, I hate this, annoys me so much. Like, I was complaining about it the moment I woke up. I was like, that's actually like a real gripe of mine. Like in horror movies, where it's like either the chick or the dude, whoever, it's just like one person is like, I saw something, and everyone else is like, I think you're just stressed and hallucinating. Like, that's a normal fucking thing. Like, I'm sorry, but even if I didn't immediately jump to the paranormal, if my partner suddenly came to me being like, no, I'm constantly seeing something out of the corner of my eyes, I'd be like, okay, we'll book you in for a doctor's appointment, because that's not, but like, it feels like in all these horror movies, they're just like, oh, you're just stressed and hallucinating, because that's normal, and it's like, isn't that like a bunch of concerning shit? Like, isn't it that like especially the feeling of like there's always something in the corner of your eye, isn't that like a symptom of a bunch of worrying and concerning stuff that would warrant like care and not dismissal, even if it wasn't the paranormal? And it's always annoyed me. Don't worry, you're just hallucinating. Everyone, like, no. At least do something about it. Jesus fuck. Not concerned enough for plot's sake. But that's the thing, is it's like, the ones that I'm thinking of, I can't even say names because it's just, I'm trying to think off the top, but I know I've seen some bad ones, ones that I'm thinking of, where it's like, it's consistent. It's like they move in, and it's like every night, right? They'll go and they'll be like, dude, every night, this keeps happening. I keep seeing stuff. I keep, something's not right. And they just go, and the partner's just like, oh, you're just stressed, don't worry about it. That just happens. You're just stressed. You're just stressed in its new house. Don't worry about it. You're just stressed in its new house. It's like, even if it's just stress, that's still like a sign that you're not coping with it. And like, don't just dismiss it. Be like, okay, well, it sounds like you're stressed. We should book in an appointment with, like, you know, your psychologist and with the doctor, with like, take it serious. You know what I mean?
What the fuck was that?
It's like, it feels crazy. Feeling like that it's like the zero concern. But it feels like it's for plot's sake, for the sake of just making it like, haha, no one believes them. And it's like, that's not scary, that's just fucking annoying. That's just a red flag. Also, thank you for the sub, Shadow. Thank you so much. I appreciate it greatly. A whole 7 months, my lord. Time is going too fast. It's terrifying. Howdy, Dr. Renda. Hi, welcome in. Hello. But also, I hope that you feel better soon, Brett, because I see sorry, I get distracted and I go on rants. And I'm trying to get better. It won't get better because this has been years and years and years. And eventually, someday, it will be better. But not today. Not today is not that day. How's it hanging? We were talking about how I dreamt up a scary, like, quote-unquote scary. I'm gonna say quote-unquote scary, because it's just like, again, the stereotypical, like, oh, I see something out of the corner of my eyes. And, like, I commend Dream Me for the dude being like, okay, well, that's not okay. What do you want to do about it? Do you want to go to the doctors? Can I... just, even if it's just something, it's like, I swear there's something in the closet, right? Okay, well, I will go open the closet and I will make sure... Reassurance, dude. People need it. Like, I feel like there's some in these movies, they're just like, oh, well, you're an adult, so now you're just like, grow the fuck up entirely. And it's like, no. I'm baby. Okay, I'm baby. Still need reassurance. Everyone needs reassurance. Everyone has silly little thoughts and needs reassurance. Everyone needs to know if they would still be loved as a worm. Okay, it's just one of those things. You just need to know. That ghost bitch kills ignorant. But that's what I mean, is it's like literally just like... But it's the thing of, it's like, not once did he doubt, like in my dream movie, not once did the partner be like, oh no, you're just hallucinating. He was just like, okay, well, something's going on then. For you to be this concerned, something's going on. And then it was the whole like, they both see the mirror, like they looking in the mirror, and it's like, then they both see the face like peering through the door, and it's like, okay, well, now we know. But it's like, at no point did he be like, you're just a fucking stupid bitch. You're just stressed. Like, casual hallucinations, honey. The voice is whispering to you. That's just casual. Don't worry about it. That's just stress. Everyone should be loved as a... Oh, again, just the reassurance. Just the answer. You need to know the answer. You just need to know the answer. Anyway, well, like I said, it wasn't even that. That's basically about it. That's basically the gist of the little movie plot that my brain thought up while I was asleep to dream of. And it's like, that's not even that scary. Why did you wake up? Why didn't you let me keep sleeping? I'm tired. Ugh. But I hope you're doing well, Baham. I hope everyone's doing well. Today I was thinking about doing some just stinky art. Trying to get some stinky emotes done. They're very emphasis on stinky. I haven't been trying to draw them for a while, and I've been trying to draft them, and it's not going hella well. I'm gonna be honest with you. Everything is not daijobu. But it's like, I'm trying to get it done. Cause it's like, I wanna, Nope, okay, I will be back in a moment. I brushed my teeth before, and the flavor of Blue V was something that no human should ever taste. My lord, almost fucking died. Everything will be okay. It's that whole, because I went to, I don't even remember what day, I think it was Friday. I think I went to the doctor's on Friday just to like get some paperwork done, and to like, I was gonna get a blood test, and then when it's the whole suspicion thing of like, hey, it is accurate, it's feeling accurate. We're feeling accurate. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I was meant to get a blood test to make sure my medication's working, and I was casually like, oh yeah, well when I was like, after my tonsils were out, I kinda like, was too tired and I didn't take my meds for like 2 weeks, and she's like, okay, well you're better off just getting it at the end of this month then. And it's like, is that why I feel like shit? That is why. Damn it, there's meant to be a cooldown. I forgot to put a cooldown. The nose is... Take it away and give it back. But yeah, we can just do some chill arts. We can try our best. Okay. Okay. Yes. Well, what if we make it a feature, not a bug? Okay, we'll just pretend it's a feature, not a bug. I don't know how that works. I do actually need to add a thing, because I don't know if now it's been pressed, if it's going to press it again and take my nose away permanent. I don't know how it works. I don't remember how I set this shit up. Do you think I know how I set this up? Absolutely not. I don't know anything. This is what Mary got visited by in the Bible. I know it was there. This is what the impregnation. This is it. Have a child. Get pregnant. I just flew in through the window like, get pregnant. Till night I got Rain wearing an hoodie with some Earl Grey tea and a big goober on screen. It does sound... The rain and the tea and everything sounds comfy. My fucking milk was off, so I couldn't have a coffee. I had milk bane in my existence. Anyway. We will take me down this way, and then we will go here, and we will pray to God that everything's working as it should, or else I'm going to have a fit. I'm gonna have a fit if it's not, so it better be. It better not be. Okay, it seems to be working fine. Excellent, excellent. Portrait is really cute. Yeah! It's meant to be a little port at the top. It's the little additions. It's called I'm trying to get comfy, but I'm fucking struggling to drag my chair around. Okay, we're good. It's called character design. I suck at it. I want to get better at designing characters and stuff. Wait, am I on the right scene? We're getting immediate. Yes. So far, several months ago at this point, several months ago, we had these ones done. Today I've sketched out these two. And now to figure out what else I'm doing. Because I don't know which ones of my emotes to keep and which ones to just change. Man, it's very feel that could be impossible. The killers will know how to on every game at 5 gens, so we'll just unskill issue. Exactly. If any ability is ever bitchy in a game as well, if they make it clear that that's what they're doing and why they're doing, just report. Just report their ass. 5 times. 100 times. Mass report! Maybe not, because I don't know if that's like against terms of service. I feel like it shouldn't be. I feel like you should be able to, if they're a bona fide dick. Why does it taste green? I don't know what's wrong with my mouth right now. My energy drink tasted like eggs, which is an abomination and assault to the senses. And my water tastes greeny, which the last time that happened, it's because I was losing all of my taste buds. What is the next emote I was working on? Was this one? Because I'm using... So what's happened with my emotes and why I was going to do new emotes for 2K and why we're now at, like, officially 2.2, which I keep forgetting, and but we're actually at, like, 2.2K now, like, actually officially, not rounding upwards, like, actually at 2.2K, and it's like it was meant to be, like, 200 followers ago. But it's because I did them. I did, like, a quick sketch, which is hidden behind this right now, but I did, like, a quick sketch. Like, I found a base, and it's cut off at the moment. I'll have to... I also can't read that. That is... But I will have... It is there. I don't know how to make it more clear. But I will find it, and I will post the link in a moment. But it's like that. I used this... And then from there, I was like, okay, well, time to try and try and make sketches. So then I tried to make sketches. That one's not even showing up. From that one, they're not showing up at all. Hang on. Wait, no, that's not right. And then I tried to see if, like, it takes me forever to do shit. It's not fair. Why is, oh, wait, what? No, why is, oh, it's because it's here. There we go. Fucked up my shit again. I just don't think the players will... That's their problem. I think I'll find more people who will tunnel because will say only tunneled at one gen left because they're playing. Well, that's what I mean. If they do anything that 100% confirms it, or even if you just suspect it, just report it. Because it's like, I am happier to report things in games because, like, if I'm wrong, right? Nothing happens. If I report somebody, if someone's acting like suspicious or if they're griefing or whatever, and I'm just being oversensitive, whatever, I will admit sometimes I have those days where it's like they're bullying me and all they did was say get good. But it's like I usually meet with the council of whoever I'm playing and I'm like, okay, is this bitch just a dick? And then we're like, yeah. And then we're like, yeah, okay, report time. But it's like, if nothing is there, then nothing happens, right? It's not like because somebody got a report against them, it's like, oh my god, they lose their game, like, right now. It's like, no, nothing will happen. But if they are a dick, then they get punished for it, hopefully, if the system works. I love when games give you the whole, like, a person you reported has been banned, or we've taken action against a report you made, because it's like, damn right you should. But it's like, yeah, I use, like, a base, and then from that base, I tried to draw it not as close to the base, and then from that, now, I'm trying to draw even less close to the base. And so it's taken me, like, a fucking year at this point. Where's the chibi head? Give me the chibi head. Chibi head. Chibi head. Howdy, Luna! Hi! Welcome in, I hope you're doing well! Reading off excerpt means teammates go... I like this, I don't know what most of these words mean, but I like the go zoom. That I understand. I like Fortnite. I haven't played Fortnite in a while just because it's like I have other games that have taken my rivals. I haven't really played Fortnite at the moment just because, let's be honest, it's, I can be like, oh, you know, other games, Rivals. Rivals came out and then I was just like, that's it now. That's my life now. And that's how it's going, and that's probably... It's probably gonna be like that for let's hope not more, because again, I feel bad that it's all I've been streaming recently to a degree is Rivals. Because it's like when I feel stinky, right? Rivals is so like, I don't think I ever played Save the World. But I'm not usually too big of a fan of those game modes. I like PvP. I'm one of those weirdos. That's like, hell yeah, I want the PvP. I want to play Fortnite. No build though, I only have so much in me, okay? I'm old, I'm ancient. My bones are creaking. I went to stand up earlier and my leg just went, nope, not doing that. So I'm not. I'm not doing the build mode. They're too much energy in them children. Too much energy. My brain is dying. I'm trying my best to comprehend what's going on, but I do not know. I feel like it needs to be more up. New Wolverine skin toss, and you vote for who will get a free Fire Girl skin next year. Always vote Scarlet, but I will vote. I don't play any of those characters except Cloak and Dagger, and that one's already good enough. I don't have a horse in this race. I will vote for Venom. He's not an option, but that's who I would vote. If I could pick anyone, it would be Venom, because I feel like whatever they come up with for Venom would be pretty cool. I feel like that could be pretty cool. It could be a possibility, you know? It could be. Maybe. Who knows? Not me. That's for sure. I am a confused person all the time. I don't know what I'm doing. It's so embarrassing trying to stream art every time because I'm just like, I don't remember what I was doing. I was doing this so long ago, and then now it's been long enough that the way that I do things is different now, and none of it doesn't go across. I've been avoiding it for months and months and months and months and maybe some months. I don't like that. I just wanted it tiny bit more. Yeah, that's fine. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Just go with the flow. Go with the flow. Go with the flow. I'm gonna cry. So because I like his gambler skin. I like that Hulk can throw Wolverine. I throw Wolverine. And then it's like, now what? Howdy, hi, little miss. Hi. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. We are struggling. That's what we're doing. We are struggling today. We are going to struggle bus our way through everything. Because I don't remember what I was doing properly last time. And so we're struggling so that I can try and see what's going on. But I don't know. And it sucks because I usually have a bigger navigator, but I have my navigator looking like that so that it like... Hang on, this is what I've been doing when I don't know what I'm doing. Why can't it be next to that one? I've just been tracing it, but like, it's my own fucking shit, so you can trace. That's the thing that they don't tell you about art. These are emotes that are about 3 years. No, it is meant to be the 2K celebration emotes. I think these are actually meant to be. I think I just kept moving them. I think I just kept moving them. I think they were meant to be for 1K, and then I was like, I can't be fucked. And then I just kept like thinking of doing something else and then never doing it. And then I was like, well, I'll try and do 20 emotes. Like, I'll try and do 20 new emotes and like redo some old emotes, you know? Like 20 for 2K, and then it's like, oh. Again. This is... It's why I struggle so much mentally with like trying to do commissions, because it's like I can, but I have to, it's I get stressed and then I'm like, it has to be perfect, which is what this has done. Is like, because it's taken me so long, and then it's like, reality is I want to just pay someone to do this, but right now I can't. So this will be until I can afford to just get somebody else to draw all of my emotes, so that I don't, because here's the thing, this is the curse about doing your own stuff, right? And I keep telling myself that I'll improve and that one day I'll be good enough and I'll stop. That's a fucking lie. Because it's like, I made my own model, right? And I was like, cool, I will just let this chill and I'll just use this model for like a year, right? It took me how long to make this model? I'll just chill and I'll use this one for, and I like 2 minutes after like being like, okay, I think it's done. I was like, but what if I can improve it? Sorry, it's a bit hard to, I still haven't quite gotten the positioning right for drawing and everything. Yeah, because it's like, what if I can improve it? And so it's like, I do not want to do another VTuber model. I do not want to do my own VTuber model, especially. And I feel like if is a good word here, if I actually ever get my own emotes like done, then it's like I would be hoping that it's like, okay, now that's good and I don't need to replace it. Because it's like that catch-22. I think it's a VTubing thing as well. Because I feel like when it's flesh, it's not as much. But it's like I don't feel like I have a high enough quality to be able to do stuff for other people. I'm still struggling with the fact that people would want emotes drawn by me. At the moment, mentally, I just need to catch up on living. But it's like, the moment I finish it, right? And again, when I look at other people, they'll make their emotes and they might change them for like a big occasion, but they'll use those for like years, right? People will have their emotes and they will have the same emotes for years, and they'll only really add new ones as they get new slots. But because I made them, and it doesn't cost me anything, and there's no feeling of like, oh, am I insulting, like, you know what I mean? It's just like, well, I could do that better now, so I'm just going to. Because I'm better than the art I did a while ago, so I'm going to just redo it. And I keep thinking, well, I'll reach a point where I don't feel like I can, and it's like, no, I always feel like I could constantly be improving, and I don't want to. I want to give up. This is what I mean. I want to lock myself out. Mental time, but yeah, but financially. I feel like I need the financial pressure of like, because my own mental, that's fine. I'll lose my shit anyway, no matter what it is. But it's like financially. And right now I can't afford, because if I did pay for a bunch of emotes, then it's like, if I... Look at it this way, if I actually had my shit together, which I don't, but if I had my shit together and I was able to put out all new emotes every 6 months, right? Without any financial, like if all it was pressure, like effort, right? Then there's not really anything stopping me, because it's like, well, I could just do new emotes every 6 months. I could just redo all of my emotes every few months. But if I had if I paid hundreds of dollars for these emotes, you best bet that it's like, I can't afford hundreds of dollars on like a whim to replace and redo and everything like that. So once you add a financial to it, it absolutely is. Unironically, it is that whole thing of when you do your own shit, it's never actually finished. Never ever is it actually finished. And it's fine, it's meant to be a fucking draft, dude. Why are you trying to be so, like, on it? It's just a sketch. Because I was like, well, I want to get them all sketched. And then from the sketch, I'm being lazy, don't look at me. But it's like, from the sketch, then I can be like, then I can do the lining, and then I can do the color of it, all of them. And then I can go from there. But right now I just want stuff here in front of me. I'm gonna have like, you know, I'm just gonna I guess again, I get really anxious when it's like it's on stream thing as well, because I feel like everyone's being like, oh my god, she's taking so long to draw one line, and it's like, yes! Yes, it does! It takes me forever to do anything, because I don't know how to do anything. And I have to doubt myself every 3 seconds. And I get your eviction papers in your face if you... Yeah, but it's like, financial. It needs to be financial, right? I've learned through a lot of things in life, right? That I am a financially motivated. I have to guilt myself. If I'm struggling to do something, if I'm like, okay, well, I will go out and I will buy, I'm the kind of person where it's like, well, I've been trying to go to gym, so I will go buy all new gym clothing. Because then that means that if I can't, otherwise, like, it'll just sit there and wait. I have to go to gym now because I bought it. I have to use it at least once, which starts a habit. It doesn't work all the time, and it's not financially viable, but it is there, you know? I am more likely to do something if there is a finance. I just started drawing more because I bought a more expansive, technically, but I bought a more expensive drawing tablet. So I better fucking use that thing. I spent the money, I gotta use it. You know, that kind of mentality. And I feel like I would have the same thing when it comes to like, because again, making my own stuff. Once I finish doing it, I don't remember the torment. I do. But not enough. Yeah, I'm taking way too long to draw like one line. It's ridiculous. It's redonkulous. Oh my god. How could this be? Oh my lord. How is this How? Just short circuits. That feels about right. I feel like that is... Short-circuiting is about where it should be. Just short-circuiting. It's like... The worst part, and the best part, right, is that I know that my struggles are... Even right down to the whole, if I make my own... Like, because I've read other posts from other artists that were like, look, if I make my own stuff, because I've seen posts where people were like, asked, like, why don't you make your own VTuber model and your own emotes and things like that if you're an artist? And it's like, well, because if I do it, I'm going to look at it, see every single little tiny mistake that I made. Even now, emotes are small, right? They are a small size. You can't see jack fucking shit on it. But I know I've made mistakes, and I rushed in some places, and that my style has changed, so this ear is a little more fluffy than this ear. And even though, like, in the reality, it makes zero difference. It doesn't make any of them less usable, or takes away from any of them. In my head, I know. Also, thank you for looking at me. Hi. Hang on, I gotta... I just realized that I had the camera up for my iPhone, and it's like, ugh, who's that? I want the little character. Little character only. I don't want to see the fact that I have a pimple patch on my forehead. I don't want to know. I'm here to escape. But it's like, I'm trying to think of what eyebrows look like. What did they look in the older one? Oh yeah, I forgot to... Hang on, give me a second. I gotta find the link for the post for the bases I originally used. Because even though I'm going a different path now, I still want to make sure that I give credit where credit is due. Hang on, let me find it so I can post it. Because I suck at coming up with emote ideas. I'm not very good at it. This... I think I used a bigger one than this. Yeah, I think I used this one. Yeah! It is me, the weenie. I am the weenie. I am unfortunately the weenie. Because yeah, now that I am trying to use, like... I use 3D model. I feel like I use 3D models too much. Does suck. I wish I didn't have to use them too much. But I do. And pry them from my cold dead hands. Forgot to actually include a message of what it is. Hang on. Give me a moment. I think that's it. Did I spell it right? Please. But howdy, Sheena! Hi, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. There we go. Then we pin this one. There we go. What were the original eyebrows? Because I'm trying to think. Because that's what I struggle with. I don't think I gave it eyebrows. No, I didn't. I feel like, yeah, I feel like this would be... Maybe? Where it's like the... No, other... I know what I'm doing. I don't. I'm lying. Yeah, I feel like that's it. Like that. Something like that. Amalgamate. I rarely ever find a template I like, so I end up Frankensteining templates and never use them. I suck at thinking of like actual like positioning. And so at the moment I've been using the emote base, like the 3D chibi.
I'm sorry, but my sensors indicate that you are indeed a weenie.
The 3D chibi base. That scared me so much, holy shit. But the 3D chibi head, and that just comes with Clip Studio, and I like the proportions on that, so I've been using that as my proportions. Howdy guys! Hi, welcome in! Howdy. What did I just say that I like the emotes as? Yeah, like that. Except probably like bigger. Just get them and then just draw this general shape and you can just fuck that shit up after. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That's why they have things like a lasso tool. That's why these exist. Because you don't know what you're doing, and that's fine. Clip Studio knows you don't know what you're doing. And then, like, don't worry. We've gotcha. I think. Maybe. don't like it. I don't like it. Yeah, I think I did die for a moment there. I think for a moment I saw... I want to say lights, but it probably would not be lights, let's be honest. The way that I have been... I don't think one can talk about Venom in such a way and make it anywhere else, you know? Thanks, I hate it. I made the head too pale because it does have... I'm fine, I'm fine. I'm gonna blame it on my sleep. I'm gonna blame it on my sleep. I'm gonna, my sleep. I could blame it on my spleen. I don't know what the spleen does. I can blame it for things. Templates and every reference under the sun for poses and compositions. I end up, so what my favorite thing to do is I can't really do it live because people are creative. People are very creative, okay? People are incredibly creative and they're very creative. But I like to go through Clip Studio and I pay for the Clip Studio, the account essentially, Plus, I think is what it's called. Is it called Plus? The spleen is to be punched. I didn't know that. We can blame my spleen for everything. We can blame my spleen for everything. Also, wise words from Chewbacca. Everybody should take that under advisement. I know I will. I know those are words to live by. I'm gonna look in the mirror every day and say to myself every time. And then I'll feel better for the whole day. I think it's gold? I don't know what it's called, but it's opening tabs and I don't want it to go away. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. But I pay the subscription to get Clippy every month. So then I go through and all of the poses that people do with the 3D models where they're like, here's a pose sitting down, standing up, hand out, hand gestures. Pose here, idle pose, laying down, like, and I'll just go through. And I'll just, all the poses that people put up on Clip Studio, I'll just be like shopping. Because I have like, at the moment I have like 20,000 Clippy. So it's like, usually things like 10. So I'll go through it and I'll find 3D models that I feel I like. I hate this fucking eyebrow. I don't like the other eyebrow. It's not looking right for me. It's just not doing it. It's not doing it. I hate this stupid fucking thing. Look at it. Evil creature. Demonic nature. Does that also look like a walking carpet? I feel like I have both too much hair and not enough hair. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want to grow my hair out, but at the same time, my hair is everywhere. It is clogging the vacuum. It is causing a hassle. It is in... I try to do the laundry and I'll pull stuff out of the laundry. And it's like, oh look, there's my hair. There's my wet hair. Because it's been through the washing machine. And it's like, oh look, there's my hair. Just casually vibing there. I'll fix it up later. Wait a minute, I'm doing the... Take the other... you suck. You suck. L on the forehead. Except that I'm struggling. A little too much. I don't know how I did the others comparatively. Probably because I wasn't as worried. And I was like, fuck it, if it looks hideous, that's fine. If it really looks that hideous, that will be fine. It can be hideous. It can be that hideous if it wants to be. The beast is demonic in nature, you know? I don't know. And then this is another one that comes along with the whole, oh, why don't you do your own stuff? Because I made my own design. Do you know how often I just want to change it? How often I'm like, I think I'm happy with, I think that it's like, you know, oh, I think that I've made, as far as VTubing designs go, I think I've made a design that feels semi-memorable, right? Like a character design that is memorable, simple enough that it's not overly because if it's too complicated, then you can have intricacies, but if the whole of it's too complicated, it becomes hard to remember the biggest things. And with VTubing and things like that, you want to make an impression and fast. You want to be quickly, like, you want to stand out via, like, silhouette and everything like that really fast. And so I'm like, yeah, I think I've got it. What if I changed everything? What if I changed everything? What if I went through and I changed everything? The only thing, like, the thing that I know that I won't change anytime soon, unless I'd have to have, like, I don't think I'd ever be a pink cat girl. The only other thing that's ever come through my mind is, bunnies were one, and then something aquatic. But I feel like, if you, aquatic-wise, you have to put in so much effort. Because there's so many iconic aquatic VTubers where so it's like, if you're going, you better fucking put in the work to stand out. Because if you're just, it's gonna just be immediate of like, oh, you're just a copy of, and then insert like any of them. Doesn't mean you can't, but it's like, I'm not willing to put that extra effort in. I'm not willing to put the extra effort in to stand out, if that makes sense. A wombat? That could be cute. But I feel like I like the black and white. I feel like the black, white, and purple theme with gold accents works well. I like that. There's bits of it that I like, but then there's bits like, for example, the outfit is mainly the thing where it's just like, oh, is this not iconic enough? Also, thank you for the Sylvie moment. Thank you, thank you. Just wait. If I VTuber model, nothing fancy. I remember my first VTuber model. I essentially was like, I'm just gonna try and make me but anime. And then I realized I can be whatever the fuck I want. So then I was like, I wanted to be a tech girl. It all comes back to tech, but I wanted to be like a tech girl. And so I had like half pink, half purple hair. And outfits were relatively similar to this, just like pleated skirt, things. I just picked things where it's like, these are things that I want, but I'm too, like, nervous to do, you know what I mean? Like, it's essentially me if I had the guts and with a little bit of spice and experimenting. And then from that one, I was like, okay, I want to put actual thought. I want to sit down and I want to think, because it's one of those things, right, where I don't think I'd ever be like a quote-unquote full-time streamer, but it's like I was sitting there, I was like, look, it's probably better that I pick something now that ticks all the boxes. You know what I mean? Where it's like, it's memorable, it's marketable. Not that this does, but you know what I mean. It's like, it's memorable, it's marketable, and it makes me happy. And it's like, instead of trying to rebrand and redo everything later, if it actually goes anywhere, while I have the effort now, I may as well. So I sat there and I went through a bunch of animals of like, I started big, right? Where I was like, insect versus mammal versus aquatic, that kind of stuff. And then played around with the, like I said, the idea of like a purple bunny. I was thinking about like a bunny maid, and I liked like with purple and like the bubble tea aesthetics and a cafe aesthetic with purple bunny. And then I was like, nah, I can't get it. I feel like I would get tired of it, right? All I can think of is the color purple, and that's not enough. Do I be able to get the ear flop difference, the split hair, and cut your base colors and your huge eyes, maybe your color if I remembered? See, but that's all you really need to know, right? Is it's like that in silhouette. Because, like I said, I put in thought. My brain nearly fried. My brain nearly fried. But I did sit there and think. It was not easy. And it was months of, like, playing around. I was using VRoid, because VRoid, it was relatively fast to make up mocks, like mock-ups, right? To sit there and be like, if I had to, and play around with ideas. And that's how I decided that, like, look, Purple Bunny, that's all I've got. That's not enough. I don't know what else to go with that. And then I was like, well... And then I like, again, I thought marketability. Things I like, and then I like dogs. I love dogs. A very big dog person. Not a big cat person. I don't hate cats, but I wouldn't want to own one. And so, it was a toss-up between, personality-wise, I thought a dog would suit me more than a cat or a bunny. Commissioning an artist costs an arm and a leg. I really do think that that's basically the only... I liked art. But I feel... Because I kept telling myself... I kept doing the thing of like, I'll just make my own for now. And then eventually I'll pay someone else to do it. And so I started with VRoid. Because VRoid was relatively simple in the sense of I started VRoid because presets. Then I started learning how to make it custom. Yeah, I was pink and purple hair. And before that, I think there's a really, really old one. Because obviously when I first started streaming, I used a face cam. But then I felt uncomfortable. The whole time, I could not relax. Because I was just like, am I smiling funny? And I feel like I like streaming. I want to be able to do something I enjoy and enjoy myself without thinking, am I looking weird while I'm having fun? Like, I'm having fun, but does my smile look... That's no longer fun. Is stuck? It shouldn't be, but remember it has the toggle. I don't think I have a toggle for both down, but I think that there's a toggle for both up. I don't remember if I did it on this one. Hang on, I can do that now though. It's not hard. Yeah, I don't think I made one for the ears. Let me just do that quickly. Expression. Did I make one at all? At all? Absolutely not. Why is there so many fucking expressions? Holy shit. Where's the option to make a new one? There's usually a make an... Where's the make an expression? Oh, up here. Create new expression. Lazy to type properly, because I'm trying to get this done quickly. I still need to go into live duty and fix it. It's going to be like 3 years. And I'll be like... Because I did think about going something unique, like Australian, right? Uniquely Australian. Like a bird. I have a pet bird, right? So obviously a bird came to mind. So things like... yes, the bird is making himself known. But like cockatoos... Conyers, I mean, the budgies. I thought big, and then I went smaller. So I was like, would I be a bird? And like when I did with like the would I be... I just feel like I couldn't... Because it's one of those things, right? With the spider, like I said, I was doing the... Do I want to be that? Is this an animal that I like? They are really cool. And it's like, I love spider bitches. And I love... there's so many VTuber designs that are just so amazing. But I was definitely thinking, would I get tired of this? Do I feel like this fits? Goon bag? Hell, I'll just... Instead of a spinning tail, it's a clothesline. Where is it? I know it's here. I know I made it. Oh, here it is. Well, there's one here. Which ear is it? Hang on, I can't see my model. There we go. Save. And then I go down here. I make it... And then I go over to my thingy. I'll admit that that wasn't one of them. I had the ideas of things like dolls, statues, tech-based completely, like robotic entirely. Because I see like I said, I see concepts of things and I'm like, dude, that's so cool. I want to be that. Like stones, like again, statues, like stones and things like that, because shiny pieces, space themed, right? Do I want to be a planet? Do I, like, because at the pink hair girl thing, the idea of that lore was that it's like, oh, it's one of those things where your brain goes in between so many different stories and none of them make sense. It does a little bit. It does a little bit. I'll admit that. What are these for? I don't even know. There's a bunch of hotkeys here and I don't know what they're for. We'll just make another one! Come on. What's the name of this? Hang on. Okay. I had to remember what the name of this one was. I think it's just this. And then there should be Europe. There we go. Yeah. I just like it because I'm not gonna get bonked and banned for it. And it's relaxing. But there we go. I can't have both ears up or both ears down. I don't think I'd be able to do because I didn't do it. Like, I didn't sit there and do the angles for it because I tried. And it's like, I can't be bothered. I didn't really like it. And it's like, I'm not sitting here trying to get the angles, because it's one of those things where it looks right when it's on one side, but if you flick it over to the other, like if you flip the canvas, all of a sudden you notice that it's not right, and it's like, what if we just never flipped the canvas? What if we just didn't do that? I feel like that's where it is. Just don't flip the canvas. But yeah, and then we had both ears up, but I felt like both ears up looked funky. Like, it's like, feline, if that makes sense. Like, I spent so much time trying to make sure that it looked canine, so it's just like I need to make sure that it's canine, not feline, because I spent all that effort. Alright, let me put the things properly because I lost track of what were we doing? What were we talking about? I don't remember. Oh yeah! We were talking about VTubing designs. Now I feel like mine's a bit too boring. Again, I feel like it's because I made it, and now I'm like really tech-based with a bodysuit. Really? Really? You could look up like a big list of like cliches, and it's like, it's just a picture of me. It's just a picture of my VTuber with the half and half hair. Half and half hair, asymmetrical design, cropped jacket, oversized sleeves, thigh squish, big tail, fluffy bangs, and boob window, and it's just like a decal in the eyes even, and it's just like every cliche, and it's like, you know what though, but they're fun. Fuck you, they're fun. It's fun. But yeah, I wanted one where it's like, I want to, like, I wouldn't want to change it. Big tail energy. Yeah, I definitely like the cyberpunky aesthetic. I like the glowing and things. I wish I'd done a better job on this, but I don't want to go back. I don't want to try and do it again. Stinky. I feel like it's probably closer to like here, but that's fine. I don't care. It's meant to be a sketch, but it's taking me 500 years. It's been years. When's she gonna do something instead of just yapping? And it's like, that's the secret cat. She never does anything. Just chilling too. That's way too. Man. That's fine, it's fine, it's just trying. Just trying. How'd you fuck up so badly? It's fine. Don't worry about it. And then it comes down to it's an emote. Do you know how big it's going to look? It's going to look like a fucking fly on your screen. You're going to be like, oh, I think that's what it's doing. Do you know how many times I see emotes? And it's not that they're bad emotes. It's that it's like, it's so fucking tiny, dude. It's fucking mini. It's minuscule. I have to get out a magnifying glass. But that's just the point of it. And he'll stand between your newborn and a vacuum we don't deserve. I love dogs. I grew up with having like pet dogs. I remember first dog that I got was like, dad came home and was like, hold out your arms. And I remember like, again, the whole little me holding out my arms. I think I would have been like 5. And like holding out my arms and then feeling the warmth, the wiggly warmth. Being like put under my arms with my eyes closed and then just like opening my eyes and seeing a puppy and it's like, it was made on that day. Between cats and dogs, that's the decision was made. I can't, it's set in stone at that point. Vegetables, varieties. I look at everywhere. I try my best to look everywhere and start broad. That's what I try to do. But obviously that's not what you have to do. But I try, like I said, I try to start broad. Because, like with mine, I was like, do I want to be? Bunny, I don't think fit personality-wise. Because I was like, I had to sit there and do the worst possible thing anyone can ever fucking be asked to do. What kind of person are you? I hate this fucking shit. When it's like, tell me if or you're like a quiz where it's like, oh, are you a quiet person? Are you a loud person? Are you? And it's like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm introvert or introvert. But it's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's that thing of I sit there and I think too much of like, I like this, but sometimes I like this. So does that mean I actually like this? And I keep doing that. Animal ears was not my vibe. I wanted something fun. I wanted something floppy. And that's why I went the animal route, because I had a more human based, and I was like, I'm bored. Not that it's boring, but it's like I need more visuals. I need it, or I'm going to cry because I have problems. And so I sat down and I went through things like robot, dolls. Bunny is the main one because that was a toss up between a bunny and a horse. Because I thought about animals. What animals do I like? What animals do I think I fit personality wise? And I was like, okay, well, I tend to be lazy sometimes. Because one of the ideas I had was the sins, like, you know, the deadly sins, and being like a sin of sloth because I thought I was lazy. But it just didn't stick. It just didn't feel right. And so I tried to sit there and be like, what fits? What do I like? What do I think fits personality-wise? And then there it was a dog. And from there, it was like, okay, so what? Like, narrowing it down. So we've got the broad of, like, dog, canine. So then from there, you can go with things like, not even specifically dog, but dog-like. So things like wolves or foxes or dingoes or things like that. And for me, it settled on Border Collie because I thought of my sister's dog, and it was a very hyperactive dog, and that's one of the things that I'd been seeing a lot of, was that I'd been called hyperactive, and I thought design-wise, black and white goes with everything. So that's instead of just only having purple, I know I like the color purple. So then black and white goes with literally everything. So then I could be if I decide to change, it's like I can change colors. If all of a sudden I hate the color purple, ew, I hate the color purple. If I change color, it's fine because it'll suit, because it's hard to find a color that doesn't suit black and white. And then I went with gold accents because it stands out. And that's how I went through so many videos. So many videos on color theory. Because I was like, look, well, I have the effort, right? I want something where... Because if I just went with what I want, then I might end up wanting to change because I wanted to put... This is my hobby and I enjoy doing it, but I also like trying to be good at it. Does that make sense? Where it's like, I don't expect this to go anywhere, but it's like, I want to not do anything that might hold me back. So I was going at it with the mentality of what works character design wise and what do I like. And so then I just cried a lot because I went through so many different things and it sucked. The Pig Mirexo was playing says I picked Area 18 for my character lore. I do feel like a lot of designs that I've seen that have been very... Because I feel like it's kind of... And this is why I chose it as well. It's easy. When I was trying to be... For me, when I was trying to be human, I was like, okay, so now I actually have to think about what makes me... I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not being introspective. I did enough of that. So then I was like, well... I put way too much thought into it. I don't think anyone should put this much thought. I literally sat there and with everything I was like, what's likable and marketable? And so I was, as thematics, right? Dog bones, balls, border collies make you think of sheep. I'm not going to use it, but it's like, it's what does this make you think of and how can I use it in the character design? Right? Oh god, I hate it. I hate it so much. I adore looking at characters. Right? I adore looking at designs for people and just being in awe at how creative people are at implementing things like themes and things like that. So not just like dog, but things like occupation or hobbies or things like that into the design and making it more interesting and more standy outing. And it's like, I could never do that. I could not. So many videos on character design. I hated it. And yet I sit here thinking, do I want to change stuff? I know that I hated it. I know it caused me pain, but because I made my own design, I sit there and I look at, like, I still look at characters and I'm like, maybe I should go this route instead. Maybe I should ditch the oversized jacket. Even though I do like it. I do like the oversized hoodies. It's a genuine, like, I do like it. Like, Jesus. Design is not my forte. Because I was struggling with, like, all round, right? I wanted to be, and like I said, I just wanted to feel like I was good at all of it. But learning on the job and make improvements as we go, definitely. Because that's what it's like. I wanted to get better at all of it. Does that, I want to get better at like every aspect. Will I ever get better? Probably, but that's a different question. But like, I want to. I wanted to get better at not just the streaming aspect, but I wanted to get better at, because I started making, well, I made all my own basically. So I wanted to get better at first it was the VRoid aspect and the texturing there, and then it was I wanted to get better at the art aspect with emotes, because after VRoid came the emotes, then after the emotes, I started trying to learn Live 2D, and then from there it was I want to get better at the Live 2D art, and then from the Live 2D art I want to get better at the Live 2D rigging, and then I still want to get better at emotes, I still want to get better at art, I still want to get better at rigging, I want to get better at talking. I feel like I talk a lot, but nothing of substance. I want to learn to use my voice, not just abuse people with it. To not just do, like screeching attacks, but actually have things worth saying. And I want to get better at the games that I play, at making the games that I play more interesting, at and like I wanted to have like the cohesiveness, if that makes sense. Also, thank you, Haloops, for the follow. Thank you. Welcome in, I hope you're doing well. But like even now, I want to get better at being confident. I want to get better at hang on, my brain dying. Design is one I really do. I don't know if I ever will. I think I probably will just give up and pay before it ever gets to that point. But it's like I do want to have like the cohesiveness. I love when I look at someone's channel and it's like the logo matches, the overlays matches, the model matches, the like all of it matches. Does that make sense? Where everything is cohesive. Everything is them. And it's like, I want to get better at that as well. And it's like, it's definitely a like, you can't do it overnight. But fuck, I wish you could. But you can't. You cannot. Pisses me off that you cannot. Because why not? What do you mean I just can't get better overnight? It's not fair. Why can't I just be built different? It's not fair. I want to be built different. It's gonna go down lower. Just meant to be getting the ideas out, but it's taking me so long. As it always does. This is not an uncommon occurrence. When the season ends on my stream, I go on a month break to work in the channel. I have considered my idea of... I have an unhealthy relationship, I feel, with the idea of if I streamed or not. Because technically I'm streaming now, right? But it's like, in my head, I feel like I haven't streamed this year. Because I had so many... Last year, I felt in it. I was jogging down ideas. I had goals. I made like these are the goals that I'm gonna get by the end of the year. I had things I really wanted to do and I was working towards them. Whether that be like my model, emotes, and things like that. Like I had ideas and I wanted to do them and I was working towards them. But then this year I've just felt kind of, I feel like it's every time there's been a reason, but it's just like one thing after the other, and it sucks that I feel like I tend to take things mentally very heavy, you know, like where it's like, this shouldn't be, but this should be like, you know, a day or two of stress at most, but like, instead I'm just like, I think I latch onto it and I let it make me tired. I'm working at getting better at that. But it's like, I was tired in January after my birthday in December. And then February, I felt like I was getting back into it. Like, but then there was like the storm that made me feel nervous. So then for like a little bit before it, I was nervous. And then afterwards, I was stressed. And then when that was done, I started stressing because I was getting my tonsils out. And even though I had like a month before I got my tonsils out, I feel like for that whole month, I was just in the back of my head. I couldn't think about what I wanted to do stream-wise because I was like, my tonsils, my tonsils, my tonsils, my tonsils. And then I finally got my tonsils out. And then I feel like now that I've got my, sorry, I'm just taking my jumper off. I've recovered. My voice is 100% back. And I'm back into like getting into a routine. In like a week, my partner gets surgery. And so I've been stressing. So even though now it's like everything's okay, now in the back of my head, it's like I'm now stressed because somebody else is getting surgery and I want to make sure that I can take care of them. And the things that I would usually do, like previously, where I would usually look up things that I could do that were low effort in the sense of like I could just pay, you know, like buy assets or outfits or things like that. And at the moment, I can't do that. And so it's like after that period of after this month, and hopefully starting like next month, at the end of next month probably, I should be able to go back to my like, I can afford to waste money again. I can afford to be more impulsive with my purchases. Fuck yeah! I love being impulsive with my purchases. It sucks when I can't be impulsive with my purchases. I love wasting money for fun. Because I used to buy, like I used to go and I used to find tech. Oh shit, sorry, my bad. So like the throwing stuff and stuff like that, but at the moment I can't use that because I need to upgrade stuff, but I can't upgrade stuff because it costs money. And so I'm just in waiting mode. So I've been sitting there, and that's, I think, the most frustrating part, is I've been trying my best to get back into the mentality of everything's kind of offset. I actually hate the whole fucking thing. Never mind, it's the whole thing I hate. But I've been trying to get back into the mentality of, like I used to be, where I would sit, I had like books everywhere where I used to keep notes of like things like arm toggles I could do, and emotes I could make, and models I could make, and outfits I could do, and art pieces I could do. And I wanted to make merch at one point, but I feel like right now, just like, I can't, every time I think about like, I want to do this, I just be like, nah, I want to take a nap. I'm gonna lay down instead. And it sucks, because I know I used to have more ambitions than this. Because I still want to finish, setting up and playing through more of the Fallout. And I want to set up at some point, and I want to play through a bit of Skyrim with like fun stuff with it. Because I feel like now that I've played an Elder Scrolls game, I can play more silly. And I don't have to worry about making sure that it's like, oh, I have to make, like, this is my first Elder Scrolls. I have to make it an experience to remember, you know? I have to let, the Elder Scrolls has an impression, has a name. It has a name kind of deal. And so there was the whole like, well, I have to make sure that I appreciate it. And now that I have played and I have appreciated, it's like, I can just be silly. I can go download all the funny ones now. I played Oblivion. Everything is okay now. No pressure. I don't know where I want things to go. I think I want it to be bigger. We'll figure it out. 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 It's fine. I just have to stare at it for several business days. Give me a moment. It'd be like that. Sometimes you just have to stare at your art for several business days to be like, so where's the next bit? What was I doing? I don't remember. Stare. The urge with emotes to just draw all of the eyes closed because then I don't have to worry about drawing and or shading eyeballs. Don't have to draw an iris and worry about like, oh, are they cross-eyed? Are their eyes funny if you just no irises? Oh, is that a problem? Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Just throw it out. I need to take... Wait, does it... Oh, just make it. Ah, no! My layers! Not my layers! Okay, so here's the other little base which we were working with, which I will still iron work. I hate fingers, dude. Chop them off now. Chop off your fingers now. They suck. Chop them off. Don't want to draw them. Get rid of them. Just do badly. Worry later. Worry later. Cut them off later. Yeah, cut them off later. I've been told I'm a perfectionist, but I don't think so. Doesn't matter where the arm's coming from. It's fun. I find that with emotes, again, they're so fucking tiny. I feel like there's... When it comes to emotes, they're so tiny. And so I shouldn't think about at all, right? Don't think once. You don't need to think twice. Don't even think once. Right? It's tiny. No one's gonna see it. And yet I sit there and I'm like, anatomically, does it make sense where this arm's coming from? And it's like nobody cares if it's like, oh, actually like the arm has to be like, no one cares if they have noodle arms. But I would know. Also, howdy Am. Hi and welcome in. I hope you're doing well. I would know. It's just like, where did we come from? Like, it's like shoulder would be here, right? Shoulder. And then it's like, where's the arm joint? Where does it come from? But nobody cares. Nobody even cares if it doesn't have an elbow because you're not going to be able to see. Because it's going to be tiny as shit, dude. It's going to be tiny as shit. It's going to be so fucking tiny. No one's going to know that they have like 5 elbows if they were to do it like, you know, if they were to think about the rest of the body. Nobody is going to care. But I would know it. I'm doing great. Excellent. I'm glad to hear. I'm glad everyone is doing well. Also, thank you, Wild Incident, for the follow. Thank you, and welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Would go like. I am both. I hate drawing and I love drawing. Does that make sense? Because I think it would go up like that. Does that make sense? So here's like... But again, I don't think anyone cares. I think I'm thinking about it too much. What does a finger look like? I already forgot and I traced it really badly from the thing, so that it's like five generations of inbreeding. And this one attempt to draw a hand. I'd have to like need to do that right now. We'll just pretend it doesn't exist. It's not there. Never happened. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. Like I don't know what we're talking about. What were we talking about? It never happened. I don't know. You know? Never happened. I need to sit and I need to watch some more. I need to watch other art streams. Because when I try to do my own art, I feel like I'm constantly going back and forth and being like, how did I do that previously? Like, what was the scale? How big did I make that previously so that I can match it? Because I don't remember. And I need to know, does everyone else do that? Where they're just like, look, I need to go back and find my own reference sheet because I don't even remember what I originally made this look like. Like, I have no clue. Like, what was it originally meant to... I hate hands, dude. I hate hands. Petition to never have hands in emotes ever again. But that's like the whole point of that one. I mean, I don't have to do that one, but I do think it would look cute. Gonna give me indigestion. Do you ever just think about it for like 0.3 milliseconds too long and then you're like, nope, this is gonna give me indigestion? That's how I know I'm old. Cause, dude, since when does using your brain give you indigestion? Since when does draw six fingers? Yeah, just throw an extra on it every now and then, and just see if people even find it's so small. It's so tiny. I don't even need to do fingers. If I just went like boop boop, boop boop boop, boop boop boop, and then like that's just like the general hand, like literally just that, you'd probably get the point. I'll be like, oh, it's an L. They're like, you know, giving the L. Because, you know. Actually, upon reconsideration, right? Upon like thinking about why am I making this emote? Because this is my chat we're talking about. This is not, what other purpose is this going to be used for except to like, why am I giving weaponry against me? Why am I being like, here you go, arm up. So the next time that I miss 500 shots in Hawkeye, why would I do that to myself? I'm really starting to reconsider whether I want this as an emote at all. Because why would I, don't they just... No, but I should think. For people that use it. But like, I feel like I'm giving, like again, why would I give ammunition like that? Because it's just going to come right back at me. It's just gonna come right back as like a... It's just gonna be... Because the ones that I have so far is we got the shock because we wanted it... We wanted shock again. And then I did this the wrong way, so I have to fix it. Because it's just drafts. But it's like... And then we've got wave, because that's pretty typical. And then we got head pat, because that's pretty... And then we got the crying. I see, this is what I meant. Why would I do that? I feel like you guys have already got... Between not only my own emotes, but the rest of them. I feel like there's already enough ammunition. Why would... It'll just be this all the time. It'll just be this one all the time. Just this constantly. content for shorts and you get more views. Okay, so listen here. That's a thought. That's a thought. Keep that thought, right? It would technically, it is content for shorts. I will not disagree with you. I feel like some of the funniest moments are those moments between chat and streamer, right? Who says I'm gonna make and upload shorts? Who like... I should, and I was trying to. I have a half-edited video of, when I played, my side? When I played the aggressive dating game. With a side of, aggressive. But it's like a... See, because that's an old design. That's still got the, like... That was when I was gonna have a white bodysuit, and then I was like, no. I like the contrast. I like this contrast better. I feel like Del... I don't know. I feel like you say you'd never send copium, but then you sent copium, and you said you'd never laugh. But you better if I make a joke. I can't be the butt of the joke, but if I make a joke, you better laugh. Otherwise, I feel like that's a bannable offense. Straight to the guillotine. Copium hair flipped. Don't ask me! What do you think? Like, I know what the fuck I was thinking. I was probably, like, tired as fuck and banged it out in 5 minutes. I used to have hopes and dreams, and I used to just sit down and just go through. If we can't see it now, I would just be like, not that there's anything wrong with it, but I definitely wanted simpler. Now I want more complicated. But I would just basically be like, whap, 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 whap. And a bit this, a little bit, you know. And it's like done. That's an emote. I'd be like, fucking full send it. Does it have all of the... Does it have everything? No, it doesn't. No, it probably is missing the little swirly or the ears. Or it's missing like the little flicky bits that I myself forget exist. Or like the bits where it's like to the... And then it goes down again and it's probably just like one or the other. But it's like full send it. Full send it. We don't do consistency here. What we do here is what we do here. Every time I think about it, I never have an answer. Thank you for stopping in, Mervin. I appreciate it greatly. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day/evening. And thank you so much for dropping by. Have a great one. What gets you? Is it the being called a weenie for some reason? Yellow? I think my mom likes the color yellow. I'm not a big fan of the color yellow. Although it's been growing on me. Smuggler, but then you rarely act smug. I feel like to be a smug, you have to earn it. Do you know what I mean? You have to make the joke, know you made the joke, know that it landed. And I don't... Half the time, I don't know. Like I said, that's one of the things I want to get better at, is I just say a lot of words without much of a thought into what those words are. And as such, since I don't know what it's said without meaning. We'll just pretend that I know what's going on here. Stupid fucking pen keeps like... And then we'll just be like, yeah, this should be about where it is. Because we don't need all of it, we just need enough. Because here, it's down here. thing that got me to start using the word weenie. You're not the first person who said that hanging around either... Because I use the word weenie a lot, and so does Jesse. And so, combined between the two of us, I think that there is multiple people. It's like, it's more than one, you know what I mean? Where it's like, you said it, and now I keep saying it, and it's like, you can thank SpongeBob. And my inability to fall asleep, and watching SpongeBob to fall asleep. It is beautiful. It is a beautiful thing, you know? I love SpongeBob. SpongeBob for life. Howdy, Zach! And once I get howdy, welcome in! I hope you're doing well. Purple is... I love purple. Purple's my favorite color. I'm definitely biased towards purple. I feel like the ears should go... I don't know, I'll fucking figure it out. I keep saying that. I don't know when. I've noticed that I keep... Every time I draw or do anything, I'm like, look, I'm just doing a rough thing. I'll figure it out. And then I think about it. When? When are you gonna figure it out? I don't know. I don't know when I'm gonna figure it out. I just, at this point, it's more of a hope that I do. I think that's whereabouts I'd put it. I think that's whereabouts I'd put it. And then on this side, we'd go from like here. And it would go to all the way down there, and then I'd just say here. We'll go here, we'll go here. And we'll just call it, and just get rid of this, and just see if it's gonna be so tiny! It's gonna be so small that nobody's gonna care, not even me, because it's like, it's gonna be so fucking small. But no, God forbid, I don't even know. I don't even have an answer. I don't even know what God forbid. What did God forbid? I don't know. I must have skipped that part. And you know what, though? With all of the time that I've been trying to draw, every time I try and do emotes, I end up making myself upset. Or just, like, art in general, because I'll spend so long stressing about something. And then realizing just how, like, oh my god, it's so small, no one can see it, and I spent hours on it. And then getting upset because it's like, I spent hours on it and no one can see it. I've yet to have that experience. I've only heard about how large it is when talking about my ego. I have a giant ego. So much egos. I like yogurt. It's been a while since I've had yogurt. Yogurt. Next time I go to the shops, I'm getting yogurt. That's a plan. I feel like that's a good plan. Because ego reminds me of, I don't know why, but whenever I hear the word ego, I think of like Yogo. The gorilla. I liked the gorilla yogurt. The gorilla yogurt is nice. I want to keep the whatever this is, but I've messed it up, so I have to go back, and I have to go back. I hate art. I hate art so much. Art is such a funny thing, because yes, I could draw whatever size I want, you know? Being in charge of your own model, yeah, I can just be like, you know what? I want giant fucking titties today. And do that. I can do that. Like, that is a thing, right? That is literally a thing. That is a power that I have. And that is such a fun power to know that you have. To just be like, any day, I can just turn up and have like 10 times more real estate. That is a fun power. But I don't know if thank you, sorry. I had to sneeze. I had to put all my brain power into figuring out how to sneeze. I don't know whether it's with the conjoined pressure of like struggling to drool. I hate art. I love art, but I hate art. I love art, but I hate art. My god. Anyway, I feel like it's nowhere near done. And I want to restart. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna restart because that's what I do every time. We just do this. We get rid of this if possible. And now we have a half finished. So now we do it again. You hated it? We're going to hate it again. We're going to re-hate it. Yeah, at this point it's just getting in the uniform. Look at the glasses go. I could have sworn I turned the glasses toggle on my model. Did I turn it off? I must have. They're just glued there. Don't worry about it. They're just glued there. Thank you. I'm feeling very beautiful. I'm feeling on top of I feel like $1,000,000, you know? A whole ass bajillion dollars. No, I still hate it. I thought that restarting would make me like have an epiphany moment. It didn't. I did not have an epiphany moment. I feel like I should just give up. How do we feel about giving up? What's this consensus on giving up? How do we... I haven't even tried to do any of that recently. We're making the tongue bigger because I feel like it's not obvious enough. You know? I feel like we're not fully... No, actually, I hate that even more. Hang on. I know what I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, no gamble at the moment. I refuse because of a certain somebody. And I know that if I tried, that a certain somebody who shall not be named would come along and be like, oh, you know, maybe and then will absolutely one-up me. I'll be like, oh, you know, you will go up, down or lick the whole square. The tongue is just there. The tongue is just there. I hate it. The positioning is all wrong, but I don't know how it's meant to look. Give me a moment. That's right. The fuck does a tongue look like? Throwing stuff doesn't work. Also, why is there no text-to-speech? There's meant to be text-to-speech with that. Why not? Are you broken?
Pog online poggers.
Then why the fuck don't you work? I hate this. I hate technology. I hate technology. But I will get on the VIP. Wait, I already wear VIP. Yeah. Wait, how many VIPs do I have left? I should probably... Ah, it's fine. There's enough. I'll cross that bridge when we burn it. Yeah, I'm running out. It's becoming an exclusive. Unfortunately, as things... That and people kept complaining. I have 4 more spots. Before I have no more VIP left. And I'd have to go through it and, like... Do the rough thing of, like, going through and being like, I don't think this person's been here for, like, 750 years. I think it's okay to take VIP from them. But it's like, everyone kept complaining and being like, I have nothing to spend points on! So I was like, here, have something useless to spend points on. So now it's it's become a symbol, a status symbol. Oh no. I think that's a bot. If you're not a bot, I apologize. I have to use all of my brain power into being like, remembering. No, wait, I was trying to remember, because if you are not a bot, welcome and thank you for the follow. That's just 2 names, very similar. And then whenever I see it and there's like a number at the end, and it's like, number 1, maybe you would just like, yeah, this is when I was born, or maybe you couldn't get the original, or unfortunately my brain immediately, you're gonna go to sleep? Me too. I think I'm gonna go to sleep. But thank you for dropping in, Potato. I appreciate it greatly. I have hydrated and we shall stretch. But yeah, I probably will end up going to sleep soon because I was only going to stream for like an hour or so because it is late. Like usually I would be ending, but I didn't want to not stream today because I haven't streamed a lot recently because I've been like unwell kind of deal. Oh, it just doesn't line up. I think it's just this. I think that this is in the wrong spot. I think if this was in a better spot, it would be better. I don't know. I want to say I'll figure it out later. But once again, we're at the thing of when's later? When's this later we keep talking about of figuring stuff out and being like, oh, I'll just figure it out later. When's later? When's later? Do you know when later is? Because I don't. And the longer I leave it, the more I'm gonna be like, well, I don't know. And the more I'm gonna just be like, I'm just gonna cry. You know, we're just gonna break down. I gotta go eat. Somebody hasn't eaten in the last little bit because I feel like this is a better eyebrow placement if it was lower down and more, and then I can do the whole. With stream 11 not stream. I kind of wanted to, but this month's not the one. I wanted to do, at some point I want to do the whole streaming every day of. They sound so fun, and I feel like I haven't, like, again, this year in particular has felt like I haven't streamed. Even though, like, I technically have. It's like, it just feels like I haven't. Even though I feel like... No, I haven't. Why is it? I tried to look at how long I've streamed this year, and it says I've streamed for 200 hours. And it's like, that doesn't seem right. Okay, it doesn't. It feels like I haven't streamed. It literally does. It feels like, because I haven't felt like that feeling of like yeah, I want to do this, I want to achieve this, I want to get better at this. Like, because I haven't felt that for like a little tiny bit. I hate the human brain sometimes, because it will literally be like, oh yeah, I just haven't felt like that this week, but that's may as well have been years. I haven't felt happy since, like, you know, centuries, and it's like last week. But it's, you have to be dramatic. You know, you have to. I failed drama class, but I will be dramatic. I did want to make one of the licky emotes though, but I don't feel like I have the effort required. I feel like I am just struggling so much to pay attention to what's actually going on here. I feel like I should just leave it and come back to it after I've eaten. I feel like my indigestion is stopping me from achieving my true potential. If I ever got rid of my tummy troubles, God, I would be unstoppable. I would be a force to be reckoned with if I got rid of my tummy troubles. Oh my God, can you imagine me if I didn't feel like, you know, I have to shit away a stomach ache every 3 seconds? Could you imagine that? Insane. It would be insane. Crazy. But I do feel like it's probably best that I just head out. Tummy issues. I always have tummy. That's what I mean. That's my secret. I always have tummy issues. I always do. I don't know why. Well, I do sometimes. This time it's because I haven't eaten in like 8, 9 hours? Something like that. It's because I'm hungry this time. But sometimes, I don't even know. I'm just existing and it's like, boom! Tummy. My whole family gets it. I feel like someone in my family has some answers to give. I'm not gonna get them. But I feel like someone in my family is like the reason why. I feel like there's gotta be a reason. There's gotta be like... I've had so many tests too. It's making grumblies. I've had so many tests too for like celiacs and IBS and all of that kind of stuff. But like it never like seemed to fit. Cause like I would say IBS, but I don't feel like I get any of the symptoms that are IBS. You know, like it's not like there's no foods that particularly trigger it except for dairy, but it's not like someday I'll eat something one day and the next day it'll hurt. Like it's not, there's no particular food except for dairy that I can narrow down as being the cause of my tummy troubles. And it's... I've had tests to make sure there's like not gluten or things like that, but I've never have a problem with the other parts of it, right? So I'll have like tummy pain, but I won't have like constipation or the urgent need to shit. Like other than that, there's nothing actually there. So there's none of that bit, which is like the main, like when it's like the doctors talk to me or anything like that, they're just like, oh, do you get any of this? And it's like, no. And it's like, are there any particular foods? And it's like, again, just dairy. And that is avoidable. I refuse to avoid. I will make dairy tolerant of me someday. Apparently you can. Apparently if you just absolutely chug the fuck out of milk and dairy for like 2 weeks and you eat nothing but a fuck ton of dairy for like 2 weeks or a month or something like that, you recondition your like body to be like tolerant of it. You just say like get used to it. But that does mean you have to have like tummy aches and bubble guts for like a month before your body tolerates it. And it's like, I don't know if I have... Look, I don't know if I'm that strong. I have some ice cream and I'm in bed 5 minutes later like, no, my tummy hurts. So I don't know if I could go for like a month with it. But very cool. At least I think so. I swear it's a thing. I swear. It might not be. Maybe it could just be someone on the internet trying to be like, dude, I reckon I can get a bunch of lactose intolerant people to torture themselves for a month. Honestly, diabolical. But I would believe it if it was just that thing of like, yeah, just. So you can just avoid dairy for a while and then gorge out on ice cream. I know that you can take the enzymes with it as well. Like you can, because I used to have like lactase, but I just would constantly forget to take it. And you have heaps of dairy to become lactose tolerant. I'm Googling it. It doesn't say that if you consume it won't magically make you tolerant. I don't think that's what I'm getting. I'm getting at like over a month.
7 asked me, "Hey Randy, what's your diagnosis on Emmy's stomach issues? Why does she need to shit so much?" Oh,
I don't even need. That's what I mean.
Brother. When the
I don't even need to
gets
shit
tough
that
in
much.
The stomach department,
I'm regular.
It could be a wild mix of things. Sometimes
That's
it's
surprising.
the food, sometimes it's nerves, or maybe just the body's way of saying, "Hey, listen up." But whatever it is, we gotta let the cream rise
My
to the
body is
top.
saying, listen,
Just
it's
make
making
sure
grumbles.
Emmy's taking care of herself, and they'll get back in the ring stronger than ever. Dig it.
I mean, they just snack. I don't even know what I'm gonna eat yet. I ate all of my microwave meals. Which means I have to actually put together like a sandwich or something. Oh, it's the West. But also thank you for dropping in, Discarded Child. No matter where you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. But yeah, Google says that if you increase it, you can. You can increase it. Too many microwave meals, don't you dare. That's my bread and butter. That's like what I eat the most of. That's what I eat the most of. See, I would say it's that, but then I'll have like a salad and it'll still, like, my tummy will still hurt. The Finnish term for ready-made meals is anus. Well, then that's what my alarm's going off. Anus kebab. It doesn't sound right, but it's both. Yeah, I was kind of feeling like. It doesn't. I'm not knowledgeable enough to deny, but I'm not gonna confirm. Also, howdy, JFox, welcome in. We're heading out. Well, at least I hope we are. Are we on the right screen? Okay, we are. Do we have anyone we would like to raid? Here's the raid message, by the way. Imagine that, but wait, like, whoa, what if I, like, redid the raid I don't know how many emotes I want to redo, dude. I don't know how many emotes I want to do or redo or anything. I want a nap. I want a nap. A noose. I am partially afraid of, like, trying to learn languages because I know I would mess that up. But if we don't have anywhere in mind, we have... What do we feel like watching? Because we have... Blue is playing Star Wars Outlaws. We got Appy's playing Expedition 33. Which looks cool as fuck, but I don't like turn-based. It sucks. I hate it. I hate it so much. No, drop one. You only need to drop one. Only one. Too late. That's yeah. You can't follow instructions. Oh my lord. Basic instructions, my lord here. Okay, we're good. We will meet someone new. Okay, let's get them set by the time you said early one. Nope, too bad. It's retroactive. You're in trouble now. You couldn't follow simple instructions! Alright. Expedition 33 looks so good. Like, I look at it and I'm like, this looks like everything I love. But it's turn-based. And immediately, I need more. Turn-based has too many breaks where I'm not actively doing something. And that's the moments where I take a nap and I can't immerse myself as much. As we're reading, it's across they are playing some Dead by Daylight. I am going to go and eat. I hope that everybody has a fantastic rest of their time zone. I appreciate everybody for dropping in and keeping me company. I appreciate it greatly. Make sure that everyone, remember to eat, remember to take your meds and hydrate and take care of yourself. And I should be live again tomorrow. There's no reason why I shouldn't be, except if I'm tired and I'm asleep. If I'm asleep, I won't be. But otherwise, I will be. But until then, everybody make sure that you take care.